sometimes the biggest problem one of us can face is just getting out of bed. I think on one of your Instagram posts, you've mentioned mental health. How is that going?
Yeah, good, mate. Yeah, I think, it's been really, really tough this last year. I think for me, it's been a mix of lots of things put together, combined, that has made that stress very, very high. And for me, I'm slowly working on making those changes to eradicate that stress and understand it a little bit better. So if we talk deeply about it, I had lots going on in my life, in the sense of I'd spent the last 5 years building this business that we were talking about earlier, and I really hadn't paid myself a penny. So from the outside, you'd be looking in, Hamza, going, wow, Jack's got 4 gyms and he's built a franchise. But I didn't have any money to buy a house. I literally just about had my old car that was just working. And I still had the same clothes that I was wearing 4 or 5 years ago. And that's because the way I'm programmed, I couldn't take money from the business myself if I felt like I wasn't paying the staff enough, or I felt like the business could still be progressing and offering more to our members. So that slowly chipped away because of the stress of that, and of trying to grow the business, and also then going, well, I haven't got my own life in order yet, financially maybe. Then also that I was slowly losing the love of what I was doing, which as the business grew, I loved the groundwork. I love building things up. I love taking on that challenge, right? And all of a sudden the business have grew to this point where it was a bit of a ticking beast now, it was going to be churning through now. And there was a lot of administrational work, things to do now, which my day-to-day job, which I did enjoy. So that was probably a factor to it. So there was all those little bits, and I was trying to probably at the same time probably find a little bit more out about myself, because I've never really taken a step back before, because I've always been go, 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 and not gone, who am I? Who's Jack Fleckney? And I think we all go through those processes and try and find out a little bit more about ourselves, and why do we think differently to other people or do things differently. So those combined factors started to slowly chip, and I think eventually it led to like little spouts of just little bits of anxiety and stress, which just basically made me unhappy. So, and I'm slowly controlling it now. I still sometimes I have days where I things don't quite go the way I want, and I have to learn to try and control that a bit better now. So yeah, for me, my journey again, it's a process, and it's getting better and better. But I suppose the reason I put that post up was because so many people are speaking to that were currently having their own problems and their challenges. And I just wanted people to realize that, because people come to me and chat to me quite a lot because they'll think, I look at the things I do, I've got it, everything. And I wanted them to realize that it's not all like sunshine and rainbows from what you maybe see on the front. And I think that's the same for everyone. We all have our own problems and challenges. So I put that post out, and just to basically say, look, I might be trying to take on these crazy things and doing all this and that, but actually there is other things that are part of that, and other challenges that I face personally. So you're not on your own, basically. And it got what I wanted, because then straight away I had a number of different people message and say, look, I could have a chat, and I just had jumped onto a video call or whatever, some people, and had a chat with them. So I think that was probably the reason why I wanted to put it out there.
That's very powerful. And
I don't agree as well, because on social as well, on social media, there's so many people out there that you just, I could understand that through seeing their success, it would just be slowly digging at you as an individual. So then I just wanted to put that stuff out, because I had a lot of people that were sort of like following and really cheering me on, as it were, online, which was lovely. I've only got a very small amount of followers, but it was still, the amount of people who were engaging what I was doing was great. So I just wanted them to realize that actually, we all have these challenges. It's not just them.
That's very nice to do. I think that's almost like a growing trend now, is we're all remembering that we're all human, and we only really upload the highlights. When your abs are flexed and you're fasted and you're popping and the bicep veins sticking out. You're not going to upload the picture of you when you're sat down and the rolls are just roll upon roll. And the issue is that when you see someone else's highlights, you often aren't at your point of the highlight. So you'll see someone, the fitness model's physique, when you've just finished eating your cheat meal of the day and you're not feeling so great. And in terms of the challenges and the discipline, some people might be following you on their phone whilst they're lying in bed, struggling to get out of bed. And then they're seeing this guy, this weird guy doing 6,000 chin-ups. And these people are like, wait, that's not even normal. That's not even possible. And so it is such a respectful thing that you've done to actually say, no, me too. I have those days too. And if people have been messaging you, you've been replying, and you've been able to speak to some people about that, then you've got my respect, because that's exactly what I like to do.
No, damn right. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's that comparison, isn't it, mate? Comparison is a thief of joy. It's so hard, isn't it? It's so hard dealing with what you see on social media and then just thinking, damn it, I'm not good enough. And one of my goals with social in the near future, as I start to get a bit better at using it and maybe put more out there, is I'm going to try and be as transparent as possible with what's happening on my journey, and not just go, yeah, look at me, I did 500 chin-ups today. I want it to be very much like, today's training was terrible. I did not want to do it like it was yesterday. Literally, I did not want to do it. And I wasn't feeling good. I was like sore to touch before I even started. But I went and thought, well, I'll just do the first few sets of pull-ups. And I started on them and then just said, right, I'm just going to slowly chip through. I didn't worry about how fast I did it. I didn't worry about how good they were, anything like that. I just chipped away and got them done. Rather than going, if you compared that to what I could have done, I could have put out yesterday, yeah, not through 1,000 reps. Yeah, easy peasy, see you all tomorrow, you know? But it wasn't like that, mate. I was there last night thinking, what the bloody hell am I doing?